Hi, poems express ideas better than prose. In this video, you will be able to learn new words and POVs, point of views from writers, musicians, and notable personalities. UNICEF has declared March 21st of every year as World Poetry Day with a chosen theme. It is devoted to supporting linguistic diversity using poetic expression. In 2022, the theme was environment. Last year, it was always a poet, even in prose, and this year, the theme was standing on the shoulders of giants. Poetry is used to evoke emotions, create imagery, and convey ideas in a highly structured and imaginative manner. It has rhythm, meter, and emotional resonance, where the emotion of the poet is felt by the reader or singer and appeals to the heart and mind more effectively. It has a sense of economy, embellishment, which means making something more beautiful, and rhythm. It is often singable. Note for example, our national anthem, Janagana Mana, a poem by Rabindranath Tagore, which we all sing with gusto and pride. At the same time, many of us also remember, hear, and sing sad songs in our languages. The World Poetry Day 2022 focused on endangered languages, their poems, prose, and songs. Across the world, more than 7,000 languages are endangered. In India, according to UNESCO, 42 Indian languages spoken by less than 10,000 people are endangered. Since 2013, India has initiated a scheme for the protection and preservation of endangered languages in the country. The site Endangered Languages in India offers a list of these languages such as the Great Andamanese, Tibetic Balti, and the Asur of Jharkhand. And the Society for Protection and Preservation of Endangered Languages SPPEL at Mysore is actively engaged in the area. World Poetry Day 2023 had the theme Always a Poet Even in Prose. Shakespeare was one outstanding example. Even his prose had a poetic lilt to it. Here are some examples. Brevity is the soul of wit, and my words fly up, but my thoughts remain below. Similar poems in Hindi, Urdu, and Tamil have been written by several scholars. Why write a poem when we can use prose to express what we wish to have in mind? While the language used in prose is natural and grammatical, poetic language is figurative and symbolic. Oxford Scholastica Academy points out that poetry is a form of literary expression that uses language. As the Encyclopedia Britannica says, in poetry you carefully choose and arrange language for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. While reading or listening to poetry, the pleasure center in your brain is actively engaged in searching for symbolism and interpreting metaphors. The site Scientists Take on Poetry points out that the mathematician Ada Lovelace, the chemist Humphrey Davy, and the physicist James Maxwell wrote poems about their work in India, and S.S. Bhatnagar wrote poems in Hindi. C.V. Raman, though not a poet, was interested in the scientific basis of musical sounds in violins and wrote experiments with mechanically played violins, which was published in the Proceedings of the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science in 1920. He also studied the uniqueness of Indian drums. His analysis of the harmonic nature of these sounds of tabla, that is always we pronounce like tabela, and mridangam were the first scientific studies on Indian percussion. Likewise, the physicist S.N. Bose played the string instrument Esraj. The naturalist Salim Ali, birdman of India, wrote many books on the birds of India. The electronic engineer Rangarajan, with the pen name Sujata, famous Tamil writer, wrote excellent books and articles in Tamil which are widely appreciated for his language skills. So there not be more scientists who write poems and essays on music. So embellishment, making something more beautiful, gusto, enthusiasm and enjoyment to do something, and any other new words. Lilt kind of rising and falling in our speech. And percussion means hitting on drums and instruments, musical instruments. So some abbreviations like UNICEF, all we know, United Nations, Children Emergency Fund, and UNESCO, we all know, United Nations Education, Scientific Cultural Organization, and notable writers and personalities, all of their names I have read. Okay, I will meet you in next week. Thanks for watching. Keep listening. Try to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much.